super excited for this one. This is book 3 in the Holiday Court series, but it can be read as a standalone. The series can be read in any order. It's all about the 6 daughters of the Holiday Court leaders. Santa's daughter, Father Time's daughter, Cupid's daughter, all the good, fabulous, wonderful things, and something horrible happens. They all have to run their own missions to stop Father Time from destroying the future and then come back together. So it's different perspectives, can be read in any order, and I'm super excited for this one. Let me tell you a little bit about Libi's story. Can Cupid's daughter and a Fey boy rescue the Holiday Court? As a daughter of love, Libi and her best friend Orion spend their time setting up their friends whenever possible, including during the Holiday Court's annual celebration. But her self-appointed responsibilities to make everyone happy gets replaced by the need to survive when the event is disrupted by rebels on a mission to destroy. Libi's bliss quickly turns into horror as they discover Father Time is working with darkness to destroy the future and control the court with a mind-subduing drug that will allow them to prevent time from moving forward. And she and Orion must work quickly with the daughters of the court leaders to save the partygoers, free the leaders, and survive the evil plot to overthrow everything they know. And again, this is part of a 6-book mini-series all about the different holidays with powerful leading ladies swooning and stunning men, and an epic universal party that can't possibly end at midnight. So I'm really excited for this one, and I'm excited that you're all joining me, especially since we just had some tech problems, but I'm glad you're back. We're going to jump in, and we are going to read this together. So let me go ahead and add that to screen. I'm going to use my blue light blocking glasses so I don't burn my eyes out. And let's go ahead and let's meet Libi and Orion. We are not reading the entire first chapter because it is a little bit long, but we are going to read a good part of it together. So here we go. Chapter 1. The digital lights fell down from the... Nope, that was a rough start. Let me get some water. Take 2. The digital lights fell down the sides of the wall in pink and red hearts, slowing and quickening with the pace of the music and Libby's heart rate. Everything sparkled with glitter and dreamy colors. Them? Orion asked, eyes sparkling as they picked up the reflection from the club lights flashing around the gala room. You're not taking this seriously, Orion, Libby giggled, pushing her best friend away from her. We're only setting up people who belong together. And it didn't change my page. There we go. Like you and me, he grinned, looking at her from under his dark lashes as he ducked his head to get down on her level. Always meant to be friends, weren't we? Always. Libby's pulse quickened as the music sped up, or maybe from Orion's flirtatiousness. He'd always teased her like this, but recently it had felt different. She nodded to a guy and girl across the room, hovering near each other. Them. Cupid's daughter crossed her arms and stepped toward her best friend to bump shoulders with his. He raised an eyebrow and waited for the assault with a playful grin. We've already found 3 true loves tonight, Libby. Can't we have a little fun and let people play? Maybe my choice wouldn't be together forever, but they'd enjoy each other's company for a few weeks before they broke up, Orion argued jokingly. You've never been this frivolous about our work before. Why the sudden change? Libby countered. She looked back to the couple-to-be as they pretended not to be hovering near each other. Maybe I'm tired of waiting for true love to get moving and I need a distraction. He sounded serious, voice dropping slightly. Distractions are a waste of time, Libby commented, repeating her father's words. What if distractions led to something? His words were cut off as they felt something under their feet. What was that? Libby asked on full alert. He felt it too. Orion dropped his line of thought and jumped into action. That wasn't right. It wasn't the music, Libby agreed. Not even the music from the other party, Orion added, concerned. We need to... Before she could finish, Orion grabbed her forearm, spinning her toward the exit. They rushed out of the love-inspired room at the gala, leaving the pink and red shimmering lights and swooning music behind as they ran toward the center. The yearly Holiday Court celebration clashed around Libby and Orion as they hurried into the hallway. The music assaulted Libby's ears, making her cringe as the love songs tangled with Christmas jingles then tried to outshine pop music from another room as 6 parties competed with each other. You okay? Orion asked, keeping step with her. I know you hate it when music clashes like that. It's the worst. Can't we just have a unified playlist for this event? The decorations should be enough to emphasize each of the holidays. They hurried down the hallway, and Libby lifted her skirt in front of her to keep it from tangling around her legs. Her shoes clicked against the marble floor as they ran. You and your unification, Orion smirked. He raised a hand and ran it through his dark hair to tame his longer bangs back out of his eyes as they moved. I'm the daughter of love. What do you expect? She asked as they neared the entryway. What in the name of midnight is going on? Viv, Father Time's daughter, yelled from inside the center. Her voice was known to carry louder than the others in their friend group. An explosion, Jubilee's reply was loud enough to reach them as they rounded the corner. They're trying to take the Holiday Court leaders. Tempest brushed her dark hair out of her face as Libby bolted into the room. She eyed the back of the costume maker's daughter's head as she stood next to Jubilee in her Christmas red outfit. What? Libby demanded more information. Her blonde hair toppled over her shoulder as she halted. Orion immediately stopped next to her, knowing exactly where she would pause. Libby glanced over at Viv and a Fey prince she didn't realize her friend was dating. She discussed this with Jubilee and Tempest later. Viv wasn't known for making thought-out decisions, and occasionally they held interventions in the form of sleepovers at one another's palaces to check in with the Daughter of Time and the need to live her life to the fullest before signing it away to her duties. Adair and I arrested elven intruders this evening, but apparently it was part of their plot to get into the poll during the gala, Jubilee supplied. The white fur lining her dress shifted softly in the breeze in the room. It reminded Livy of feathers from a baby bird drifting on the wind. "What's the plan?" Libby asked, tipping her head toward Orion. He nodded beside her. They were always willing to follow each other's lead. Their trust ran as deep as their friendship. Orion then nodded to Adair to acknowledge him. Libby knew their friendship would come in handy while fighting for the North Pole. Prince Adair's knowledge of the pole would be useful, having protected it since his arrival. "We need to rescue the leaders," Viv's companion spoke, interrupting them. They all eyed Prince Iliad as he placed his hand low on Viv's back. "We'll split up. Keep the parties away from the fighting, but warn the guards at each to be prepared. The enemy doesn't need to know we're coming. We stand our best chance if we don't alert them that we know what's happening." "We'll find out what they want," Jubilee remarked, eyebrows still raised at the Fey Prince. "We know what they want." Evangeline scurried into the room. Asher followed behind her, glaring. "I was in one of the studies and overheard part of their plan. Your father is working with darkness, Viv. Father Time is controlling the attacks." "Why?" Tempest visibly tensed, clenching her jaw and tightening her fingers. "He was serious?" Libby dragged her attention back to Viv as she mumbled under her breath. "Serious about what?" Evangeline demanded, tugging at the bow on her black dress sleeve. Libby sighed quietly, unable to stop her friend from being overly anxious about the situation. "I can't believe he would. No." Viv looked at various spots on the marble floor. Libby knew her well enough to give her a moment to process. She waited for Viv's telltale sign, brushing a strand of her hair back before speaking. "Viv, what is it?" Libby asked quietly, drawing Iliad's attention to her as he forced his eyes away from Viv's hand where she moved her hair. Libby could see the irritation Jubilee tried to hide as she moved her lower jaw forward to push her tongue against the inside of her teeth to keep quiet. Viv looked up quickly, Libby's words bringing her back to the conversation. "He said he wanted to stop time. He said it over and over." "Why?" Tempest's ex-boyfriend Ridge joined them. Libby noticed her friend's shoulders relax as he stepped up next to her. "He said he didn't trust me to run time," Viv announced. "He's seriously pulling the party girl card again?" Tempest asked before Libby could. Libby followed her movements and wrapped her arms around Viv's shoulders from behind, leaving Orion where he was standing. "We have to stop Father Time," Jubilee redirected them. "If the New Year doesn't happen, then none of us can move forward. There will be no more joy, no more hope, and no more holidays. We'll be stuck here forever. If we exist at all. Who knows what will happen to us," Tempest pointed out, giving into her sarcasm and practicality. "That only gives us an hour. The year changes soon," Libby said, looking up from the group hug. "How would your father do this, Viv?" Jubilee asked, her voice losing its cutting edge. "I'm not sure. He's been talking about how time moves forward recently." Viv paused to think. Iliad put his hand on her elbow and rubbed it, making Libby's heart jump into her throat. He was the perfect match for Viv. She could feel it. She glanced at Orion, who raised an eyebrow in confirmation. Once they stopped Father Time, she and her best friend would go to work ensuring that Viv and Iliad were more than just a fling, as Viv was accustomed to. He was her match, and Libby would make sure Viv didn't screw it up because she thought she had to sign away her entire life to oversee all of time. "Wait, he can't be doing this alone, can he?" Tempest asked, jolting Libby out of her futuristic daydream of romance and companionship. "He couldn't have possibly staged the attack by himself." "You don't think he's talking to darkness, do you?" Evangeline inquired, brushing her hair back. "Could they be in this together?" Until a few moments ago, we assumed it was darkness because he controls the rebels, Jubilee demanded. "Oh my goodness, you guys, I glanced at how many people were here and now I can't read." "Glad y'all are here, though." Jubilee reminded them. "We wouldn't know anything if Evangeline hadn't heard Father Time. He's working with darkness. He seems like a puppet." "Sorry, Viv," Evangeline said, pitying her friend. Libby noticed Orion flinching from the corner of her eye as one of the party's doors opened and the music clashed loudly. He reacted more on her behalf than she did for herself. She tossed a glance to him. Orion offered a half-smile in return. Something caught Libby's eye in the distance as she moved. And that's where we're going to leave that one. There's more to chapter 1, friends. But we are going to leave that there because chapter 1 is a little bit long in this particular book. If you've got questions on this series, go ahead and let me know. But I'm super excited that you did have the opportunity to meet Libby and Orion. They are one of my favorite couples from this series and one of my favorite couples that we have written. I very much love my daughter of love. I almost called Shelter of Time, and that is the wrong one. But Viv and Libby and Jubilee and Evangeline and Tempest and Sierra are all really, really fun. We get to see their different perspectives inside of this 6-book mini series, and I'm so excited that you get to meet my Valentine's Day retelling. Libby is just so much fun. She's pink, she's girly, she's like kind of like the mom of the group, only she's got a little bit of a secret that's going to come out later inside of this story. Girl knows how to take care of herself, and I'm going to tell you why inside of this story. So I hope you do enjoy it. You can grab this anywhere books are sold. You can get it by going to targetingblissinfo.kmrobinsonbooks.com or at any of the providers you want. It is in paperback and in ebook. I hope that you enjoy it. You are loving on Libby and Orion. I'm so glad that you are enjoying their story. I definitely cannot wait to see more of them in the upcoming books. Books 3, 4, and nope, that's wrong. This is 3. So 4, 5, and 6 are coming out around their respective holidays, except for Halloween, which is going to be bumped up to summer because we don't want to wait until fall for that one. So I'm really excited for you to meet all of these girls. I would love to know who is your favorite, who you're most excited for, which of the holidays you are loving on. But thank you guys so much for joining me for this live book reading. We will be continuing to do more live book readings in the future, so I hope you will hit the subscribe and notification bell here on YouTube, and I will see you in the next live stream where we are reading more books. We've got some new author vlogs that are going to be dropping here on the YouTube channel later this week and next week. I'm very excited about. We've got some new ones that we are going to be dropping on Instagram TV, little short mini vlogs as well. So I've got some cool things planned for you. And at 3 p.m. Eastern today, we are doing our live book cover design right here on the YouTube page. So I will see you for that as well. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day and stay inspired. I'm seeing real quick a couple comments come in. You're loving the book so much. It's so good. Oh, Emma, I'm so excited that you are enjoying them. The holidays for the Holiday Court series are Christmas, New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and then we've got our Halloween queen. So we've got the major ones covered inside of this series. I'm really excited for it, and I cannot wait to show you more of this series. All right, friends, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you at 3 p.m. for the live book cover creation. If you have not grabbed your copy of Targeting Bliss yet, now is the time. It's available everywhere books are sold. I'll see you soon. Bye.